Hello everyone, this is Geek Tropology, and today I want to speak about something that is on my mind out of late. You know, what is going on right now with our pop culture is not only a political result, it's also a result of how the world around us is interacting with us. Let me explain. Right now, you have kids, children, literally children, maybe even toddlers, walking around with boxes full of lightning. And I kid you not, boxes full of lightning. Using those boxes, they can summon gigantic golems to bring them sweets and treats. 500 years ago, that will be over any kind of magic imaginable. Every single kid capable of doing that. If you were to express that to someone 500 years ago, 800 years ago, 2000 years ago, no matter how much everything have changed, the reality is the concept will be equally as alien. Well, that is not true anymore. If you were to say that to someone 50 years ago, it will be still madness and magic. 10 years ago, an outdated way of thinking. Right now, prehistoric poppycock. And you know, maybe that is what is affecting our relationship with culture. We humans developed ways to lead the next generation to the lessons life have told us so they do not suffer the same. Entertainment wasn't really entertainment until 100 years. Even Kabuki theater and Kuruma box theater have always one sense or another of a life lesson. Not a life lesson like you will find love or you are worth something. No, more like do not get killed like a bitch, like an asshole. Do not get killed randomly because stupidity and chance. So these lessons have lasted and outlasted generations over generations of people. The Catholic Bible is almost 1000 years old. The Catholic religion and the oral traditions are almost 2000 years old. The original source material for the Bible, the Jew tradition, is over 3000, maybe even in some of the tales 5000 years old. Throughout this time, people have passed the concept of how the world works for everyone. And with that, some archetypical characters that will be the same in every single culture, because every single culture will end up in the same moment historically. They will need a hero. Right now, our culture changes every 10 years. Every 10 years, what we value the most gets lost. If you were 10 years when you saw Star Wars, you will be almost 60 now. Think about that. But whatever you really valued has been gone for almost 50. No, I stand corrected. For almost 40 years. So it has changed how we approach culture, how we get our mythos. Our mythos are growing exponentially each day. More and more people with more and more incredible ways to bring their creativity to others. What is going on is unique throughout the whole human history. Even the printing press, it is not the same. It is completely different to have access to knowledge, to have access to new knowledge, fully different every 10 years. Something incredible, remarkable, unique. And that's why we didn't knew the consequences. Right now, if you were to ask any son, he will not be able to tell you the beliefs of the father, let alone the grandfather, the great, great, great grandfather. Those stories, those oral stories, are no longer welcomed because you will go to a computer and you will get something from somewhere else without delay. So your need for entertainment no longer coincides with your need to express yourself. Those are completely separated now. And those the legacy that we share is being lost. The traditions are lost. Every 10 years, whatever we hold sacred, important, dear, will disappear for a newer, shinier version. Terrifying, to say the least. That means that what made us human is lost every 10 years. And the next generation will have to rediscover everything we have discovered before, in the mindset that whatever we say, we share, is obsolete. And so we are at the point where companies spend billions of dollars amounts to keep a nation going, to purchase a logo and a couple of names. And when they get what they price it that much to give incredible, astonishing sums of money, they proceed to dissect it because they do not understand it, because they never had to even see it. I can assure you that you will never be able to say that a Hebrew child did not know La Torah. But right now, Jewish descending kids with Jewish fathers may never know about La Torah. So what do we know? What do we do now? What's left in everything? Well, maybe it is time for us to treasure, to rejoice, to celebrate the past a bit more, to share those old forgotten family tales, to sit down and pass on humanity, the experience of being human with others. Disney, in the day where James Earl Jones had his birthday, they celebrated Kelly Marie Tran's birthday. Even though they paid $4.5 billion to get the hold of the Star Wars name and the Star Wars brand, they forgot one of the reasons it exists. They do not care. They do not know. For them is a relic of the past, and not the culture of the fathers, the culture of the past, and we are moving towards the future, forgetting the importance of the present and the ones that are with us right now, capable of telling us the whole voyage they took to get where they are now. Well, maybe because it is irrelevant. Is that just it? Are we condemned to become irrelevant in the future? Who are we as a species if we mutate and change and take over everything that has been before every 10 years? How do we express concepts from 400 years ago, 1000 years ago, 5000 years ago? Kids these days do not respect the past because they don't even know it existed. And maybe that's our fault. So maybe, just maybe, we need a moment to share the past. Even every single day, a moment to share the past with the ones that came after us, so they know we came before them, and we exist. We are here. Or just maybe we need to retreat to shadows and disappear. But then they will be lost. Humanity right now has lost the connection with itself, with the roots of what we are. And I don't only speak about worshipping deities, I speak about every single fragment of history we have ever shared. That's our legacy. And that's our burden. That's what being human is. You are born into this world, part of this incredibly weird species, and now you share every second of what came before. And we are forgetting that, and maybe that's why we do not respect the past how maybe we should. Maybe we need to sit down. Let's not talk about politics. Let's not talk about any of that. Let's talk about who are we? Who were we? Who we will be. Maybe that way we will treasure the accomplishment that came before. But we are in a society where sets, complete sets, are teared down bit by bit and thrown to the garbage, instead of being held and adored for what they are, part of us.